Hi, and welcome back to the Mr.Brad Worden Show. And this is going to be kind of a different edition. I'm not actually eating anything hot today. I may come back later. It's hard to say, depending if time permits for me. But anyway, this is two-part. It is a fan episode request because some fans have requested things in the past, and some other things. And then one of the fan requests I'm going to do right away, and one of the fans had requested that I do training tips for people who want to train to eat hot and spicy things and maybe one day become a chilihead such as I or all the other great chiliheads out there in the world today. All right, here, I'm going to start out with my requests, and I'll go through them. If you've requested things to me, I haven't forgot about them. I will get to them eventually. So just be patient with me and stay tuned to my channel as I get to some of these things. Number one on my list, to make a hot and spicy chili. Now, I've done this in the past, but I haven't amped it up as much as I could because I've wanted other people to try and eat it. This one might be just for Mr. Brad Worden unless Joel and Jeremy or somebody else wants to try. But I haven't done chili in a while, so I need to make my extra special Mr. Brad Worden chili. And that one might be done in two parts. I might be doing a making part and a cooking making part, and then the taste test part. So that one might be done in two parts. That one will hopefully be coming up within a few weeks. Another one is tips to train to eat hot and spicy food or become a chili head. That one I'm going to be kind of just talking about today real quick. And then tips to save yourself after some of these challenges. What are some things you can do? Another one, interesting one. Create my own challenge. Create Mr. Brad Warren's own challenge. And my brain started turning a little bit and some people gave me ideas. So if you have some good ideas, you can put some comments in the comments section below on this video or any other requests potentially. And then the other one, and this one's in the works, is one of our fans requested that I do a challenge, a co-challenge with Joe from Heating Up, his channel. So I check out his channel. We've been putting down tons of death nuts in the last week or so. Joe from Heating Up did a Death Nut 3.0 challenge every day last week, and I've been putting them together like 3 boxes at once, 2 boxes at once. My 200 episode 1 box, and then with Scorch and Stacy. So we've been putting down tons and tons of death nuts. Well, one of our nemesises and the new one that's really hot is the Heart of Fire. So this is in the works. If Joe wants to do it, we'll each pick up 2 or 3 Hearts of Fire and try to push each other and put those down and see if we can do it. Right now, Johnny Scoville has done 2 in 1 sitting. Nobody else has. So if we can even get 2, that'd be great. Or maybe 3. We'll have to see. Our training on death nuts probably has helped us out a little bit, even though we're still kind of recovering a little bit from that. But that's in the works. Possibly next week, 2 weeks. I still have to get mine ordered, so that could be coming up in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. That'd be a cool competition to have. One other thing I forgot, Brad at Colonel D, he has shipped out his hot sauce that he's created. I just got that this morning in too, so that'll be one that'll be coming up when I receive it. So thanks to Colonel D and Brad for that. Okay, real quick, before I get too long-winded, I want to get into, and like I said, if you have any other requests for me or ideas for creating my own challenge or anything, just put in the comment section below. I obviously read those, and a lot of times will comment back to you if you put a comment on my video. Tips before challenges. Obviously, there's different levels of people. There's people who aren't really accustomed to spice, but they want to. There are people who are kind of like chili heads in training. They're kind of getting there, but they aren't quite to challenge mode yet. They can eat pretty hot stuff, but you may not want to jump to the challenges right away, like League of Fire. So what I recommend, and some of the young, I'm kind of like a trainer too here, some of the young people that I have in my life who want to train, I'll do something called a table of spice, and I'll have 10 items starting out from pretty weak to getting hotter, and then they can condition through that. Like number 1 might be like something common you can buy in the store, like a Flamin' Hot Dorito. Try one of those. And then it might go up to, you know, something that might be pretty hot but small, like a Sonoran Spice Gumball or some Reaper Pebbles or something like at a level like 9 or 10. So then they go as far as they can get and they can condition on that. I call it the table of spice. But if you are brand new to spice and you're like, I don't know, but you want to kind of, a lot of the things at the store are good to start to train with. As a kid, I did that, like hot fries or like atomic fireballs or things like that. Or you start with like, now they got Flamin' Hot everything. Those are a good place to start because those are probably like anywhere from like a level 2 to 4 for an average person, like Flamin' Hot Doritos or Cheetos. Or my camera person's become addicted to the habanero Tostitos. Those are one that I did on the thing. Or like the hot beef sticks. Those are good ways to train if you're brand new to the spices.
Or like Mrs. Renfro's.
Oh, that's kind of more intermediate maybe. But anyway, and then if you're kind of accustomed to spice, like I had been for a while, and you want to try to get to that chili head phase, then you can find things with peppers such as like ghost peppers, Reaper, Scorpion, and then just eat it in small amounts or try some of the easier League of Fire challenges first, like Pocky One Chip, Fuego Spice, the Choco challenge is a small chocolate bar with some hot peppers in. You don't want to go big amounts or big heat right away. You can, but it might hurt you a little bit at first. And we'll talk about the hurt value in another video, what to do to prepare. Obviously, if you're prepping to do a big challenge, here's some things you might want to do. And I've learned this firsthand. Make sure you have a full stomach, but not overly full, okay? Make sure you've eaten a good meal because there's a few big challenges I've done where I haven't eaten anything in the day, and that kind of burned my stomach. So you want to make sure you've eaten before you do a big challenge. And then also, one of the death nuts I kind of struggled with some bloating that I did last week when I only ate one box, and they're like, why are you having this problem with one box? Well, I was out that day, and I kind of splurged on eating, and I was full to begin with, and I ate the death nut, and then that also kind of, not really, I didn't get the capsaicin, the heat cramps, it was more just like the bloating, like, oh, I'm so full, and that didn't help. So don't be too full, make sure you have a good enough full stomach, and then just make sure you kind of are mentally prepared too. You want to mentally prepare for these things too, just like any other sport or activity. You want to train ahead of time, because the training makes you better, and you want to be mentally prepared too, because if you go on, I mean, sometimes I'm a little nervous and shaky, but you definitely want to go in with the aspect that, yeah, I can do it, and I want to push through it too. So there's different levels of training. Like I said, table of spice is one I do with some of the younger kiddies in my life, and then I have some people that are chili heads in training, and then I try and get them to do smaller things at first. Though Scorch and Stacy dived in and did Death Note 3.0 for her first League of Fire, which is obviously a tough one for the first League of Fire, and kind of got a little bit sick from it, but she survived. What?
No soda.
Oh yeah, and then I found out no soda too, either right before or right after. My first tubaterre I downed a bunch of Coke with, and that caught up to me too. So carbonation, soda around these challenges, unless you like to feel the burn a lot more, probably not. But anyway, I'll get into the what to do after a challenge in another video, so I don't take too long here.
Hey,
Little Man of Fire, what do you got?
Another thing, don't drink too much milk after a challenge, otherwise you could get really sick too.
Yeah, well, thanks for that. We'll get into the after fact in another video. But anyway, again, real quick at the end, if you have anything else interesting for me, request, put them in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Check out some of my prior videos. We've done a lot of interesting things lately, a lot of big death nut challenges, brand new Pocky 2021 ship yesterday. and some other League of Fire things as we're cruising along. So anyway, have a good day, and maybe we'll be back later. We'll see you next time on the Mr. Brad Worden Show.